Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Thank you guys very much for being here today. Marcin, Marlena, Zenwin, Nenia, John, welcome and happy Tuesday to you all. Let's see, we got a couple of quests still right in this area. I am just going to get right into things today. We're supposed to be dragging 3 dead raiders, like, near the cave. Not sure about this one. Just over the ridge to the south is Glimmer Deep Gorge. If you drag corpses from the eastern exit of the cave to the gorge and cut them loose, the wildlife will pick them clean. Okay. So, supposedly there are bodies near the entrance of the cave. Okay, here we go. So we've got a little rope, and now we are dragging them somewhere else. Maybe over this way. I'm not sure how we cut the rope. Yeah, it happens automatically. Okay. Buffalo Bill, good morning to you. Welcome to the stream. I guess now the trick is, like, finding the front of the cave again. I feel like I went the wrong way. I'm like, I clearly need to do these quests before launch happens, because I have been baffled by so many of these quests. I guess I probably only did these like once or twice back in the day, because I don't remember any of them. And like the actual mechanics of how the quest gets done, often those elude me. I would rather like struggle with these now than struggle with them like on actual launch. Well, see, he stopped following us. The rope got cut, but I didn't get any credit for the quest, so maybe I took him the wrong way. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm tempted to kind of just not do this one, but that's not going to learn me on how to get it done on launch. But yeah, it's kind of an annoying one, actually. Maybe we're going the wrong way. Let's see where this person takes theirs. I don't know. He took it like right here. Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe we do just pull them right out in this direction. No, again, the rope got cut. We didn't get credit, so this is not... I mean, it says Glimmer Deep Gorge. Is that not the place? It says into Glimmer Deep Gorge. I mean, this is where we're at. I don't really know how to convince it that we're in the right place. Treos, good morning, buddy. How am I enjoying the Cata Beta? I'm enjoying it. I'm happy to be able to do this now. I clearly don't know how to quest in Cataclysm. I think maybe it's just like the underwater zone is like really throwing me off, but... Oh, there we go. See, there apparently like there's a difference between dragging them here and dragging them like 15 yards this way. Yeah, over here the cord gets cut, nothing happens. Over here the cord gets cut, we get credit for the quest. It's like a matter of like 10 yards. We're gonna do it. Yeah, I'm approaching it more of like a learning experience than just something I'm doing for pure joy. I need to learn this class a little bit because like the Paladin is going to be one of my max level characters that I take into Cata, so I'd like to know how the class is going to function. And then just understanding like the flow of the questing is going to be helpful.
What do you need? Go forth to victory.
Plate legs, okay.
Farewell.
Definitely an upgrade. I'm also wondering, well, they probably haven't opened up the Dungeon Finder yet, have they? No, they haven't. I see people, like, manually doing some of the dungeons. But yeah, they haven't activated the Dungeon Finder yet. You must choose a class specialization. Yeah, it's still broken. That's a bummer. I wonder if they'll ever fix that, like, you know, during the beta. Alright, the other thing, we have a totem modification. Plant one of the modified totems in the sand of the Silver Tide Trench. Somewhere over this way. Yeah, this class also feels different than I remember the class feeling in Wrath. So, like, sometime this week I might get on that character and farm up some badges for heirloom gear. So maybe we'll get to see the difference. But yeah, something is very different. It's like, obviously we have holy power. It just feels very, very different. I haven't decided yet if I like it. You can't use that item here. Okay. In the sand. So by in the sand, they must mean like a very specific spot. They must not actually mean like in the sand. Yeah, this is definitely sand, and we are in the Silver Tide Trench, and yet we can't plant it. Let's plant it over here where this person's at, maybe. No, we can't use the item here either. Okay, okay. This is another example of, like, the quest seems to be pretty straightforward. Seems to be pretty straightforward. Plant the totem in the sand, but it's not straightforward. There's something that I'm not understanding about it. Yeah, and I don't know what it is. Oh, it worked right here. For some reason, right here it worked. I don't notice like anything like physically different about the area. But there we go. Another example of how I have no idea how to quest in this game. We attracted the attention of all of the wildlife. That's pretty special. Are we going to survive? That's a question I don't know the answer to. I think part of what's really, really annoying about this class right now is that Divine Storm shares a cooldown with Crusader Strike. So I can never go from like a Divine Storm into a Crusader Strike. I can never go from a Crusader Strike into a Divine Storm. They share a cooldown. It's a few seconds. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good at all. I need Lay on Hands. My Lay on Hands is not usable right now. The class, like the way I'm playing this class, it feels incredibly weak. It doesn't seem to output damage. And also, it's also incredibly squishy. So doubtless there's something that I'm doing fundamentally wrong, because I can't believe that the class is supposed to feel like this. It's almost as if I'm missing a button, or I'm missing like an entire mechanic of the class. It feels like I should have one more ability that I can press to generate holy power. And then like the whole Divine Storm and Crusader Strike sharing a cooldown just feels kind of busted. Like it doesn't feel good, and it's hard to believe it was designed this way intentionally, but maybe it was. I don't know. Is it the class or is the area overtuned? I have no way of knowing. Oh good, they turned off my auto loot again. That's marvelous. Please stop turning off my auto loot, Blizzard. Every time you do an update, you don't need to reset the auto loot. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe it would be worse on any other class. I don't know. It's pretty bad. And then like our regeneration sucks. So like it's more like retail, where like in retail, if you're at low HP, like spirit does not help you regain health anymore. So you just sit at low HP until you heal yourself. You'll never regenerate your health, and that's what this kind of feels like. We don't regenerate hardly at all. So yeah, it's been a weird experience. It has been. I might eventually have to try the mage, because I'm probably taking the mage to max level first. And now that I see how different this class feels, I'm kind of worried about like what to expect on the mage. This is not an upgrade. This is like we'll take the mace to sell it.
See you around, friend.
Return to Silvertide Hollow.
Catch you on the flip side.
Okay, sure, we can do that. Yeah, it being a builder spender would be better if we had another button that builds. We need to have another button that builds up, and it can't be like. Yeah, we need one more button to push. Maybe we'll train it. Looking in the spell book, we're not going to learn like really anything new that's going to be super impactful. I thought we'd get Blade of Justice, but maybe that came in a later expansion. God, I hate navigating this place. It's so difficult for me to navigate anywhere. Here we go. I would really like to just get out of this zone and, you know, put my feet onto the ground again and see if I'm having the same kinds of problems questing on land that I'm having underwater, or if it's just like an underwater thing. That would be nice. I feel like we probably have a lot more left to do in this zone, though. We haven't even really gotten into like all the Naga stuff yet. Speak to Tosh Chaos Render at the ruins of Thelsari Temple.
Farewell.
Alright, so we are moving on. Nice shrimp mount? I think it's supposed to be a seahorse. Yeah. I think this is a seahorse. I thought I saw somebody riding a turtle mount. And that'd be cool. I don't think I have a turtle mount. I'm not sure how they got one. What in the hell is this? I've never seen this mount before, whatever it is. Did they just give me like basically every mount in the game, essentially? Is that what I have going on? Apparently I just have every mount in the game. That's nice of them. Spoilers though. Okay, so we're probably looking for what? Like another cave? We're looking for a temple. Okay, this looks temple-esque.
I've been expecting you. Go in peace. Walk May the eternal sun shine.
Alright, so we're taking on some Zin Jatar Ravagers, and we are using this item on 30 Swarming Serpents. I'm sure it'll all make sense. Also, like, the constant pressure to use Word of Glory to heal yourself in fights, like, I'm not really digging that, like, flow. I'm not really digging the flow of having to use, like, a heal mid-combat in, like, a lot of combats. Like, for me, like, if I'm gonna have to heal, like, I don't know, I don't know. It just feels so weird. I can't help but feel like I'm doing it all wrong. I keep waiting for someone in like a YouTube comment to explain to me like the fundamental thing that I'm not understanding about how to play this class in Cataclysm. Because it just feels, it feels so weird, and I can't believe that it's supposed to feel this stilted. I have yet to see any swarming serpents. Like, this is what keeps happening, is like one of the objectives is super obvious, and then the other objective is less obvious. It must be these guys down here. Yeah, see, I just wasn't in the right area. I click on this, I click on that. We have to do that. Okay, that caught a few of them. Okay, good. I thought we were going to have to individually target 30 of them. That would have been pretty monotonous. So we can just kind of lay this down like that, and it'll do its thing. Alex, good afternoon, man. They give you 5,000 gold. Oh, they did give me 5,000 gold. Well, that's nice of them. I didn't even notice how much gold we had. Big Mike, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. I should have laid this down first and taken care of the serpents. I'm probably going to be stuck in combat with all these guys now. Ooh, that killed them. Did I get credit for those? So we have to be careful not to kill them.
Peace, friend. We shall meet again. May the eternal sun shine upon you.
You see what I mean about sitting at like low HP and like basically your HP never regens anymore. Yeah, see, Spirit no longer does anything for your health regeneration. It feels awful. I don't like this in retail either, where like you get to low HP and then you have to heal yourself. No matter how much time passes, like you're probably, it's gonna be a long time before you ever get back to full health by waiting it out. Well, I don't like that. I've had to press way too many healing buttons for my liking. No, it's a change they made eventually to how Spirit works. I just didn't realize they made that change in Cataclysm. I thought it was something that happened later, but no. A lot of things about like the Cataclysm design. Ooh, loud voice acting. A lot of things about like the Cataclysm system designs are very reminiscent of retail. Having like a short cooldown on Avenging Wrath, like I feel like I pop Avenging Wrath so often that I should put it on my main action bar, because I'm literally hitting it like all the time. I don't know, it's just like little stuff that kind of feels more like retail. Even like the kind of semi like stilted flow of my rotation feels more like retail. The fact that like Judgment doesn't deal any damage is so like low-key frustrating. I'm used to hitting Judgment and having it like actually do something, like having it actually do like a measurable amount of damage to the enemy, and it doesn't. Having the variable scale on Templar's Verdict, like treating Templar's Verdict, you know, like a kind of like combo points for a rogue. And then I realized that instead of having 5 total holy power, we only have 3 total possible holy power, which maybe is another reason why it's feeling weird. Realistically, like looking at Templar's Verdict, you don't really ever want to use it unless you have 3 holy power. Like the amount of damage you get out of 3 holy power as compared to like 2 holy power or 1 holy power, like it's a lot. So it's like you shouldn't even be hitting it unless you're at 3 holy power. And so realistically, just make it cost 3 holy power, but also let me generate 2 more holy power and give me 1 more ability that does it, and then you have this cost 3 holy power baseline. You don't have an option to blow it at 1 or 2, and that would probably feel better. It just feels really weird. Cataclysm doesn't look good? No, this conversation has nothing to do with how Cataclysm looks. This conversation is very specific to how the Paladin class feels for me, which has nothing to do about evaluation of the game, which has nothing to do with whether or not I will enjoy Cataclysm or anybody else will enjoy it. I just don't really like how the Paladin feels right now, so I'm talking about it a little bit, that's all. Yeah, the Paladin feels strange, yeah. That's all it is. The Paladin feels strange. But that's taken on its own, has nothing to do with anything else.
The winds guide you. Ancestors watch over.
I seem to have run out of quests. I broke the game. What have I done? Okay. Okay, good. Good. Good, 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 good. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Is it the only class that looks strange? I mean, time will tell. I have no idea. Okay, so we got back in. I was hoping that would put me in like a different phase that would have some quests. Because now I don't know where the hell I'm supposed to get a quest from. So that's a problem. That could potentially be a big problem. I don't know if, like, is there another zone that I can go to, like, right off the bat, or am I locked into doing this zone? When we first started up the character, there didn't seem to be, like, any options for other zones, although I remember in actual Cataclysm you had a choice of where you wanted to start. So I don't know if it's just like a beta thing. Oh, here we go. This guy has a quest.
Peace, friend.
Enter Nispira's northwestern entrance, then find a way to communicate with it. Okay.
Go in peace.
Hyjal is the beginning zone as well. Yeah, I didn't see like a way to start that zone. Otherwise, I might have done that, but you know, I do need to figure this zone out and like kind of get familiar with it. Am I going? I guess I'm going inside of the orifice, which is not like my first inclination, but here we go. Don't mind me. I've just climbed inside of a random hole in your body. It's no big deal. Oh, good. You have lamps in here. I'm glad when I crawl inside of a creature and they have like lamps to light the area for me. Super helpful. Find a way to communicate. Oh yeah, of course. Oh, here's your brain. I'll just go poke your brain. And I'm sure if I poke your brain, then we'll be able to communicate. No, that's not how it works. Okay. That was my only thought. I thought maybe we go to the brain. This quest has zero details about what a person would do. We can enter the body cavity through a small tube. I must first fetch my master, then we can meet you inside. We will convene in the northwestern entrance. Oh, of course, the northwestern entrance. Oh, my bad. Let me just learn directions. Yeah, it's my fault. This feels like it would be the northwestern part of the creature's body. Like, I don't know directions that well, but this seems like this would be it. I don't see anybody here. I can't use my water mount, but I can use this guy. I guess I just run around and maybe we find the NPCs that we're looking for. The other thing is like maybe we never find them. That's a possibility too, especially with it being beta and broken. You wonder if you have light posts inside of your body? You probably do. Yeah, why wouldn't you? At any moment, microscopic organisms could be in there and they need light. And even with light, they're still not going to find the NPCs they're looking for. Ooh, I'm just going to tell myself that, like, it's beta. Stuff isn't finished. Stuff isn't working right. Because if I choose to believe that this is functioning properly, then this sucks. So I'm just going to say, like, it's beta. It's fine. It's fine that the quest doesn't really tell you what to do. It's fine that there's not really any quest marking. It's fine that there's no way to find the guy in question. It's all fine because, you know, it's beta, so it's broke. It doesn't work. And I guess we just have to accept it. Waiting for Questy to work. Yeah, like, I guess, would a marker on my map help me here? Oh, I came out of this hole, but I can't go back into it. I guess that was like a one-time deal. We came out, we can't go back in. Does anybody know if we can do the other starting zone? If we can do Mount Hyjal? If there's a way to, like, get back to Stormwind and, like, actually initiate questing there? Because that'd be cool. I'd be down for that. Otherwise, like, I'm not really sure how to proceed here. I could keep running around like an idiot. It's definitely possible. I wonder if I have an easy way to get back to Stormwind. You'd think, like, I doubt I can take a flight to it. Is the quest bugged? It's like, either the quest is bugged, or it's the worst designed quest that I've ever come across. Oh, wait, it might just be worst designed quest I've ever come across, because I think these are the guys finally spawning. Yeah, here they are. Yeah, whatever we did this time, however we did it differently, we finally got them to spawn. And now you have to stand here with them, I guess. Okay, now we're moving. Yeah, it's just buggy. It's just buggy. Let's just say that it's buggy, okay? We'll pretend that when the game is actually released that we'll run in here the first time and they'll spawn the first time, and that we won't have to swim in circles for a while. So yeah, it's just a bug.
I've been expecting you.
Observe as Earthmender Darn attempts to communicate with the giant brain.
Walk with the earth.
Whenever you're ready,
We
dude.
shall meet again.
We could swim back to Stormwind. Yeah, we might be able to. I wonder if we would get fatigue on the way, or if it's actually close enough to swim.
The winds guide.
Nothing is happening.
May the eternal
That
sun
didn't go well.
shine
For some reason, the
upon
beast won't speak back to me. Maybe because you're inside of its body, and it's a brain. If only Iranok had not left us, he would know what to do.
We shall meet again.
Slave labor used Darn's rope to save 8 enslaved pearl miners.
Ancestors march.
And stick it to them. Kill 7 Idrikes sentinels and 7 Idrikes enchantresses.
Go in peace.
That we can do. It says we're out of range, but I'm standing right on top. Maybe these are not the guys.
Hi, how are you?
It says pearl miners. Yeah, this guy's not a pearl miner. He's just a alliance. He's enslaved, which sucks, but he's not a pearl miner, and so therefore we're not going to rescue him. We are only here to rescue the pearl miners. Everyone else be damned. They can all stay here forever. I need to stop using this at one combo point. It's completely worthless at one combo point. It just takes so long to get any combo points going. You remember playing the zone the first time around? It was a nightmare then too. Yeah, like I don't have a lot of like good memories of this zone. I remember doing it first, the same thing I'm doing now, and I remember not liking it. And I remember just making myself get through it. And I thought, oh my god, is my auto loot turned off again? I feel like someone is fucking trolling me with this. I feel like they're trolling me every time the game disconnects me, and every time they do like an update or a patch, like they turn off auto loot, which probably means they're turning off combat text. Yeah, see, they've disabled my floating combat text. Right, exactly. Every single time. Yeah, I was hoping that, you know, after 10 years, however many years, I don't know how long it's been a long ass time. After X amount of years, I was hoping that I would feel better about the zone. And I thought like maybe it was just like, you know, I was not as good about controlling the character in the water, and maybe there was just something fundamental about that I would have gotten over. But no, I haven't. Whatever it is, I haven't gotten over it. The zone is still kind of a pain in the butt. It has amazing music, and it seems to tell an okay story. But as far as like getting around the zone and the flow of the questing and the feel of the map, like it just isn't that great. I haven't come across a single pearl miner yet, so like maybe they're in a very specific area. It says that maybe they're outside. Maybe that would make more sense. Yeah, maybe they're outside. And they're not in here at all. Because I feel like if there were pearl miners in here, firstly, like why would there be pearl miners in here? There's no pearls. Secondly, we haven't seen any yet. There are pearls. There are some big pearls like in these little crevices. Yeah, I don't know. We also haven't killed any sentinels yet. Oh, wait, here we go. Oh, so there are horde pearl miners here. I don't think that's gonna count for me. Well, it doesn't care. It doesn't care if they're horde or alliance. That's awesome. And so they are down here in the little crevices. We just hadn't gotten close enough to see them. It's weird, like sometimes for lack of anything else to really do, I just hard cast Exorcism, and that doesn't really feel like it would be intended either. Most of my holy power I'm actually using to heal myself, which also feels kind of weird. Yeah, originally, there will be a choice. There was a choice when the game came out back in the day. I don't know if the choice is in the beta yet, but the other problem is, like, I don't know, I did both the starting zones. I guess, you know, maybe you don't need them to level. It just feels weird to want to skip, like, an entire zone. To just say, yep, not doing any quest in that zone. I feel like that's going to get you, like, a level behind the level curve or something. I don't know. So far that we've been here, we've gotten more than a level. Maybe it'll be worth it to like stick it out to get to level 81. And then maybe we get to level 81 and we just bail on it. when we know that we can go somewhere else. Yeah, because yeah, I just don't feel like the zone gets any better. And there seems to be quite a bit of it, but again, it always hurts me to lose out on that experience. Alright, we have all of the slaves that we need. We need to kill a couple more sentinels. Alex, your boat to Vashir is bugged? Huh. There are two different boats. I got on the wrong boat at first, and then I had to jump off, and then I got myself onto the correct boat through a weird way of doing it. I didn't get on the boat in a normal fashion. The boat, like, drove into me, and then I phased into the boat, and then I somehow was in the hull of the ship, and then I was good. Somebody did a thing, and now I can't click on this guy. I guess I'm waiting for some roleplay to happen. That kind of stuff needs to be fixed by launch. Like, you should never be waiting for someone else's turn in before you can interact with an NPC. That's literally what phasing is for. Let's take the feat. Yeah, let's hit rating. We probably need hit rating, sure.
We shall meet again. Walk with the earth, mother.
Capture the crab. Use the net to capture a deep seeker crab inside of our buddy here.
Ancestors watch.
It's overlapping with the Northrend boat? That seems bad. I wonder if, like, given time, if it will come out of sync with it. Or if, like, for whatever reason, maybe they're on the exact same timer. See, my Northrend boat came first, and then, like, a minute or so, it was like 30 seconds later, the other boat came. So maybe if you wait, it'll get desynced. And one boat will come at a time. Where are we going for these crabs? Oh, that was helpful. Yep. Maybe the crabs are going to be outside. It doesn't look like they're outside. I mean, it looks like they're inside. When I look at the quest tracking out here, it looks like they're inside of the thing. I'm not sure if they actually are, or if the quest tracking is just weird. And then once I'm inside, I go to click on the quest to have it highlight the areas, and it takes me to the overview map. Which is weird. Okay, let's just go look over in this area, I guess. There we go. I didn't realize it was going to be one of their pets. I don't think the quest mentioned that. Also, like, for whatever, maybe I have to, like, lay this on it and then click him, because he didn't stay caught. I'm not really sure what's going on with him. We have to loot him. Oh, no, nope, that wasn't it. There we go, we got him. Now we're good. We had to net him, and then we had to loot him.
Greetings, traveler. May the eternal sun shine upon you.
Observe as the Earthmender attempts to speak with the brain. Okay, part 2.
Again.
Speaking with the brain, part 2.
May the eternal sun shine upon thee. Peace, friend. Walk with the Earth Mother.
Naspira has informed me that we are not the only people fighting along inside of this shell. A small group of Alliance slaves has escaped and is currently fighting off the Naga on the other side of the shell, up on the ledge that overlooks Nispara's heart. Go find them. See what help they can lend us.
Go in peace.
By see what kind of help they can lend us, do you mean go do quest for them? Because that's probably what's going to happen.
Greetings. Light bless you. For the Alliance.
Captain Taylor listens intently to your recount of Darn and Naspira's conversation. I see, so the creature wants our help waking it up, is that it? With hundreds of slaves already picking away at her pearls, the beast seems to be a pretty heavy sleeper. You might have better luck, though. My suggestion, look around the creature's flesh for signs of weakness. Maybe that weapon of yours will find a ticklish spot and force the beast to come to its senses. So, okay, it sounds like we're just going to become part of the problem. But sure, let's just attack the inside of its body.
Be careful.
Sounds like a good plan.
Hey there. See you later.
Hopelessly gearless. Obtain 4 purloined polearms. Purloined polearms. Say that 5 times fast.
Safe travel.
And then I saw a Draenei. Obtain 5 mysterious pearls from the warlords and prophets.
Favor the road traveled by few.
I'm basically having to heal myself every single fight. So yeah, I guess now I'm at a point where, like, let's just put this on my bar and I'll hit this every single time we fight. And that being said, I should probably get myself some water too, because if I have to heal myself every single fight, eventually we are gonna run out of mana. Devin, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Either I've been mainly fighting the wrong enemies, or they're just not dropping. Oh yeah, go ahead and go tag those. That's fine. Yeah, I don't know if it's the drop rate or I'm just fighting the wrong guys. It says warlords and prophets. I mean, this guy's a warlord. Some of these guys are ambushers. Yeah, it's definitely not 100%. We've got 1 out of 5. Everything else is done. Maybe the prophets have a higher chance to drop it. Second disconnect of the day. Cool, cool, cool. It's, you know, it's a beta. There's bugs. It's buggy. Really, really buggy. Hey, we're still alive. They've turned my auto loot off again. Once more. You know, I think what I have to do if I ever want auto loot to stay on, apparently, like, I'm gonna have to enable auto loot. I'm gonna have to manually log myself out with auto loot checked. No, you know what? I have to do combat text as well. I'm sure they've turned my floating combat text off. Yes, they have. Okay. Let's enable those. Let's log ourselves out manually. And then that way, maybe if they keep disconnecting us, maybe it won't reset it every single time. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's constant bugs, constant DC. Yeah, and you know, the more I think about it, it might not be a good way to check out a class because we don't know, like, how much any of the tuning is going to resemble the tuning that we get when the game comes out. So, like, right now, my take on the Pally is that the Pally is very squishy. And the Pally's rotation is, like, incredibly variable depending on whether or not you're getting procs. So, like, sometimes Art of War procs, like, 3 times in a fight. Sometimes you go 3 fights without it procking at all. And so also the proc that lets us spend a Holy Power ability without actually spending the Holy Power, like, the combat's going to depend on how much that procs. So, like, it's very proc dependent, and right now those procs are not going off, like, super often. But who knows what they'll change or what they'll tune. Like, we seem really, really weak, but, you know, maybe that's intended. It's hard to say. If I'm taking this much damage, then I would hate to be getting hit on, like, a rogue or a clothy. I guess you couldn't get hit. And no Miter Kings, yeah, that'd be really like a smart paladin thing to do. We'll do Might. Maybe that'll help us deal a little bit more damage. Maybe I should use Kings and maybe that would stop me from feeling so squishy. That's really the big problem. Like, the damage is okay, but the squishiness is not really that great. Do I have a shield ability? I mean, I'm not wearing a shield. I have Divine Protection and I have Divine Shield. One's on a 5-minute cooldown. I have a 1-minute cooldown. See, this is the other thing. Like, yeah, a 1-minute cooldown. Sure, like, I guess I should be popping this every single fight. Reduces all damage taken by 100% for 10 seconds. Like, this is when we start, like, when I have these little cooldowns, these 2-minute cooldowns, these 1-minute cooldowns, this is, like, the part of retail that I don't like. Because it's, like, it's kind of hard for me. They design it so that you're supposed to have weak auras up, right? And, like, weak auras is right here, and weak auras tells you, hey, Avenging Wrath is off cooldown, you better hit that. And then weak aura says, hey, Divine Protection's off cooldown, you better hit that. And, like, without an add-on, like, screaming at me constantly, I'm going to keep forgetting these tiny little cooldowns. And it's one of the things that I have difficulty with in retail with a lot of classes that have little cooldowns. Like, I just don't... There's too many little cooldowns to think about. Having a good spot on my bar for them is also a problem. Like, I don't have a really great spot for this where I can hit it, like, every minute, where I'm gonna want to hit it every minute. I can put it there, I guess, and we can try it, yeah. Apparently, yeah, every other fight I'm gonna hit this, and every other fight I'm gonna hit this, and it's like, okay. Very, very much feels like a retail class. It feels like a retail class that's missing, it's missing something. Apparently damage taken being reduced by 100% does not stop you from taking damage. Because we were definitely still taking damage while that was up. So maybe admittedly I'm really bad at mathematics, okay? So there could be something like just fundamental that I don't understand about percentages. But when I read an ability that says reduces all damage taken by 100% for 10 seconds, my brain interprets that as you will not take damage for 10 seconds. That's just like what my brain does. Maybe that math is bad. We were definitely taking damage through that bubble. While I could see that it was still active up here, we were still taking damage. So that's a little bit weird. Maybe that's a bug. Maybe I just can't math. Maybe I don't understand what 100% means in this context. It's hard to say. Parkow, Lael, good evening, good afternoon, welcome guys. We're still taking damage. I mean, you can see the damage right here. Like, at no point did we stop taking damage. Is that fair to say? Maybe this ability is just not working. Reduces all damage taken by 100% for it does not. It does not do that. It's not what it's doing at all. It's not even close to doing that. And then we have Divine Shield, which is it's supposed to reduce all damage by 50% for 8 seconds. This is on a 5-minute cooldown. So we have what seems like a more powerful ability that's on a 1-minute cooldown, but that does nothing. And then we have what reads as a weaker ability on a 5-minute cooldown. I think that these abilities are they're wrong. I don't think the tooltip's right for this one. And I don't think it's functioning in any way. Because we're clearly... We're still taking damage while this is up. Reduced by 100%, like... I don't know. I got nothing. Doesn't feel like it's working as intended. They need to add AoE loot to Kata like it originally was. I don't know about the veracity of that statement. I don't know if that's right. We're gonna do a fact check. No, you're wrong. It was Mista Pandaria, so you're just completely wrong. So therefore, they don't need to add it because it wasn't in the game originally. They should add it because adding area loot is a nice quality of life feature. But it didn't get added till Mist. Which a really quick Google answered for us. WoW's been out for a long time and it's gone through a lot of changes. I find that it's like doing a quick Google is always a good idea before assuming that you know like what happened in which expansion. This gets me too, like I've been wrong about some things before as well. It's always better just to Google it. And you can usually get a pretty quick answer. Yeah, don't rely on your memory, because like I said, the game's been out for a long time. Lots of things have changed. Like, I used to think that we got the new talent trees in Cata. I thought we got like the 5, 15, 25, but that wasn't right either. We did get a talent change, it just wasn't the change I remembered. I would say especially in moments when you're going to call somebody to take an action, always fact check yourself first. Whenever you're going to call a company and be like, you need to do this because this is how... those situations certainly do a quick fact check first. There we go, 5 out of 5. It took a while. Apparently, I took a wrong turn, like somewhere around the cerebellum. I took a wrong turn. I don't know what happened. Do they have the Season of Discovery servers down all day today? I see people talking in general chat about how SOD is down until 3 p.m. Pacific Blizzard time. At least they didn't have to take every version of the game down to do whatever they're doing. I guess maybe they're putting in the Phase 3 stuff. If they're down for extended maintenance today, maybe there won't be an all-day maintenance on Thursday. This was not the guy. Like, I'm like, oh, let's go return to the quest giver who we've been getting quests from. And it's like, no, that's not the guy that you're looking for. You're looking for somebody else now, buddy. How many of you guys are eagerly awaiting SOD Phase 3? Is anybody, like, super excited? Yeah, it's this Thursday. Yeah, I kind of... It's been, like, slipping my mind a little bit. It's been slipping my mind. Which makes sense. I haven't logged into SOD in a long time. I'm assuming that people that are most excited are people that have been actively playing in Phase 2. I just don't know what that number looks like. John, you'll keep playing SOD, taking it slow. I mean, you can't really take it too slow because you got a huge experience bonus. You could level plenty of alts, but like eventually, like no matter how slow you try to play, they're probably gonna crank that XP bonus up like any day now.
Seek the path of the light.
Eventually, you're gonna ding whether you want to or not.
What can I do for you? Go with honor, friend. Be careful.
In Phase 3, you might have a little bit more to do on your main character.
Hello.
As like a solo player, because they're doing the corrupted dream portals or whatever they're called. I should probably learn their real names. And they said you'll be able to do those corrupted portals at max level for like reputation and presumably for loot. So maybe that'll give solo players like a little bit more to do on a main character at level cap.
Safe travels.
King's honor, friend.
Maybe no one will care. I think I'm gonna play some Plunderstorm this week at some point. I've been having the urge to play. I haven't played in like a week.
For the Alliance.
I got to Renown 10 or 11. See, the thing is, like, the Renown doesn't do anything for me. If the game had like a little bit more like inbuilt motivation, if I was earning a couple other things like for my in-game Plunderstorm avatar, it needs like a little bit more meta progression that is relevant to the actual gameplay. And if it had a little bit more meta progression relevant to the actual gameplay, then I'd probably have played like a lot more of it. Because even playing it as hide and seek like I did, I had a lot of fun with it. And I still want to play more of it before the event goes away. Yeah, see, I don't play enough retail actively right now for transmog to matter. If I was doing like endgame stuff, like on my shaman or something, then, or my mage, then I would probably I would care more about the transmog. But yeah, as a non-active retail player, like, it doesn't really offer me a lot of motivation. There's somebody, we need Overseer, somebody or another. I'm gonna jump down here. I know this is the wrong move, but yeah. I'm really looking forward to Time Running Pandemonium. The next, like, big thing they're doing in retail. it's like, you know, it's probably going to be a vampire. I hope it's like a Vampire Survivors like thing. So I'm hoping that has a little bit more like, if it is some kind of like Vampire Survivors like thing, it should have a little bit more like inbuilt meta progression, and that will keep me playing it. Just as I thought, you know, I thought I'll come right where the quest marker is, and like for sure she won't be there. And yeah, you know, obviously we came right where the quest marker is, and she's not here, so I can't really act surprised. I'm not surprised. Now that does leave me in a little bit of a bind. I don't really know where this person is at. Let's see. Follow the wall to the southeast. Oh, of course. Follow the wall to the southeast. Of course. Why didn't I think about that? Look for a ramp to the upper chamber. Okay, so we're going into that one chamber that I accidentally went in the last time that I accidentally went into a chamber. I don't know, like, from directions, so let's just run around in circles and maybe we find it. Yeah, I mean, I guess for the type of game that Plunderstorm is, they really can't offer much, like, in-game as far as, like, character progression or character power or, like, anything like that. That's why I think a PvE game, whether it's, like, a Vampire Survivors or whether it's something, like, different, like, I think a PvE mode with that same philosophy of, like, bring a new character in, like, it's not attached to your main character, I think, like, any kind of PvE will allow for more progression, you know? Because you won't have to worry about players being balanced against each other. So you'll be able to have stuff like gear, maybe you'll have like more impactful character levels, like I don't know what they're gonna do, but I'm hoping for something PvE and a little bit more robust. I'd really like something just to like sink my teeth into. Oh, of course. Oh, good. Couldn't load. Wrong game type. Oh, okay. Wrong game type. Of course, I see the error of my ways. Naspira is waking up. I don't know what's happening. We gotta use some kind of fluid. I don't have any fluids. We got her. We didn't use the fluid, but apparently it's fine. I have to say, the change to Spirit, not being able to regen any of my HP back ever at any point in time, ever at all, ever, it feels really fucking bad. It feels bad enough to warrant an F-bomb. It just feels really bad. You're running around, and you expect, like, you know, like, eventually I'm gonna regen my health. And no, you're not. You're not ever gonna regen your health ever again from now on. After Cataclysm happens, you will never passively regen your HP ever again. Why? Probably because of some PvP shit. Maybe Spirit got too overpowered for, like, passive health regeneration in PvP. And so their answer to that was to change Spirit for everybody so that Spirit does not regen your HP at all. What a horrible change.
I've been expecting you. Ancestors watch.
And I don't want to obsess over it, but it's never going away. It's going to be part of the game forever after this point. This kind of sucks. Raydon, good afternoon, buddy. It's going okay. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Yep, I'm just complaining about stuff in Cataclysm today. It's probably not the most, like, positive or uplifting stream. But then again, I didn't promise uplifting. So, there's that. Escape on Uranox Seahorse. I have my own Seahorse. I like my Seahorse. Why do I have to ride this dude's Seahorse? And where is he anyway? How am I to escape on his Seahorse if he is not nearby? Speak with this guy. I'm speaking with him so that I can escape on the other dude's Seahorse. Okay. Okay, makes sense. Let's do it. when their twin shows up. Yeah, immersion broken.
What brings you here?
Still waiting for that Seahorse.
May the eternal sun shine upon thee.
Never ride another man's Seahorse. Right. That's kind of how I felt. Like, I could have summoned my own Seahorse by now and gotten out of here. Like, I don't know. Maybe I have to find him somewhere else now? No, it says speak with this dude, activate the bio defenses, then escape. Is this a manual escape scenario? I was assuming, like, something was going to play out. And then, like, they would just pop us on a Seahorse. Maybe being mounted is going to break the quest. What are we waiting for? Let's go, I keep saying. I'm going to follow this guy. I hope he's wanting me to follow him. There's so many different versions of him in existence right now that I'm just, like, slightly confused as to what's going on. But let's follow him and see what happens. He ran away saying follow me. I caught it the second time around. Yeah, I didn't. Oh, good. He disappeared. Perfect. It's beta. There's bugs. It's buggy. Here's a Seahorse, like, waiting for us patiently. He disappeared, but thankfully the Seahorse is still here. I don't see why we have to do this part. Like, I feel like they could have just let me get out of there. I have a quest turn in. I would love to not be going in the wrong... It's fine. We're going to be fine. Apparently, I didn't do everything. I don't know what I missed. Maybe this will take us where we have to go.
Light be with you. Go with honor, friend.
Many of the survivors made their way down into Glimmerdeep Gorge to help with the clam diving. We've been receiving reports back of deliberate attacks from some kind of murlocs down there. The Admiral has to stay here as more men report in from the shell, so I'm having trouble convincing him to get any significant muscle to help the divers. Okay, kill 10 Glimmerdeep Tide Hunters.
Monakai Christor.
Speak to Dive Master Birmingham in Glimmerdeep Gorge.
Safe journey.
Okay. I am still in a group with this guy. I didn't realize we were still in a party. I was like, what's that yellow dot on my map? It's another player?
What can I do for you? See you later. For the Alliance.
My, you're a tall one. You have a great day now.
All right, so we are gathering clams. You know, we'll see how simple that is. There are clams about everywhere just waiting to be dived. Oh, okay, they're just waiting to be dived. Of course, it makes perfect sense. I'll get to diving right away. And then chemicals gathered. I'm sure this is going to be like super straightforward. Use the thing I can't say, chemical extraction device to gather 8 thing I can't say chemical samples from the red things I can't pronounce along the walls of Glimmerdeep Gorge. Okay, so these are along the walls. I'm sure it's going to be obvious. Out of range. Okay, okay. I don't know. What I have learned about myself is that I am bad at learning new quests. And that I am easily confused by new quests. That's been the biggest thing that I've learned in the past couple days. Nerdstrong, new camera / room setup. It's been this way for a while. It's been this way since like maybe Season of Discovery. Yeah, I've had it this way for a bit. Now sometimes the exact angle of the camera moves slightly, but for the most part I've had it this way for a while. I think it might have been Season of Discovery that I changed it to this. But yeah, I have changed it a couple of times. I am being attacked. I am no longer being attacked. We'll never know what was attacking me. We will never know. What's wrong with this Murloc? Is this what the new Murloc started to look like? This looks like a person wearing a Murloc costume. It looks a little bit less like an actual Murloc. And it looks a lot more like just like a person wearing like a Murloc cosplay outfit. That's really weird. Huh. They don't even sound like murlocs. They sound like a dude trying to make a murloc noise. Is there something about these guys that I don't understand? Yeah, I saw the goblins. The goblins looked okay. The goblins, at least, like, they still look like goblins. This looks like a dude in a suit, and it sounds like a dude impersonating murlocs. It just, the whole thing seems weird. It's something to do with the eyes. Like, the eyes don't seem like... The entire head is wrong. But the eyes in particular, it just seems like it's a mask. Like, beneath this, there is a human, like, in this suit. Even the hindquarters are kind of, like, human-esque. Well, whatever. I shouldn't obsess over it. It's just a game. I gotta be honest, guys, I really don't like this zone. This zone has not been enjoyable, and it kind of worries me. I worry that when this goes live, like, I'm probably gonna have to either bail out of this zone, like, really early, or just skip it entirely. It also, like, I really don't want this to be, like, my night one, day one experience, like, in the actual expansion. That's gonna kill me. If I have to get through all of this zone before I do anything else in the expansion when it comes out, then like, I don't know. This zone is not, it's not enjoyable. Cataclysm expansion sucks, confirmed! No, not at all. And even if that was true, like, that would probably only be the case for me. But no, I just think that this zone is really, really bad. Especially if you're already a person who has always hated underwater combat, if you're a person that has always like cringed whenever you knew you were gonna have to go underwater in the game to do something, if you have ever been a person who has just wished that underwater shit didn't happen in the game, then like me, you're really gonna hate this zone. And I think that's what it boils down to. It's weird because, like, I feel like when it comes to underwater combat, you either hate it or you don't care. Like, there's not a lot of like middle ground. A lot of people are gonna go to Hyjal. Yeah, like maybe I'll have to just skip it, because like I could probably make myself do about this much of it. Like, this is where my instinct says, all right, I've had enough. I just want to be somewhere with normal elevations. I don't want to be somewhere where I have to fly through and like look at stuff at different elevations. Like, I just want to be on the ground, looking around. Like, I just want to be a normal character in a normal space. And this is about like where my tolerance for it, I think, gets me to, which is like not bad. We got like partially into level 81. It's not awful. But then again, like, all of it's been kind of a crappy experience for me. So I wonder if it'll just be better at launch to simply skip it, have a better experience in Hyjal to get me going, and then maybe if I feel like I'm lacking levels, maybe I can come back and make myself do some of it like on my own, like off stream, off recording, and that way I can just kind of like cringe my way through it in private. I feel like having to cringe my way through it with you guys is like not really fair to you guys. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling. Like, I don't like this place. I want to fucking leave right now. Like, I don't know if Hyjal is open right now. When we were in Stormwind initially, I didn't see a way to do a different quest that took us anywhere else besides taking us here. There's weird quests like this one. Like, I'm gonna have to read this like 17 more times to figure it out. From the red anemones. Okay, we got it. Anemone. I figured it out. The red anemones, of course, the red anemones, yeah, okay, I don't know still. I think these are anemones, but they don't look red. These are red, but these are sea stars. Let's try here. These are not red, but... Yeah, see, even though this is more of a brown, they're like red. Like, okay, I don't see red, but whatever. It's making you want to log into Classic. It's making me just want to log into retail. Like, so many things have, like, been more, like, towards retail systems-wise. Oh my god, you stupid fish. Yeah, it's just making me be like, oh, you just log into retail. Play the real version of the game. It's been an experience. I'm happy to learn some things now about how I feel so that I don't have to learn them, like, when the game actually comes out. And yeah, like, what I'm learning is, like, my day one cannot be spent here. I can't do day one here. If I try to do day one here, it's going to color my entire experience with the expansion, I feel like. It's, yeah, what makes it, like, very retail-ish is, like, you have these tiny little cooldowns. 1 minute cooldown, 2 minute cooldown, like, my rotation feels weird. It feels like my rotation wants me to be doing a lot, except that there are moments when I don't really have a button to push, and those moments feel weird too. And I don't know if every class is gonna feel that way, or if it's just the Paladin, but... it's probably gonna be every class to some extent. I can't believe they did an underwater zone to begin with. It seems like, you know, like, there are gonna be people who flat out hate it, so, like, why even do it? It's not like they could have been... They couldn't have been unaware that a huge population of their players just kind of hate underwater stuff. To me, this zone always felt like a direct slap in my face. Like, for years I'd been hating underwater stuff and complaining about underwater stuff. Cataclysm comes out, the zone that I'm urged into is completely underwater, and it just always felt like a slap in the face to me. It was like, I felt like, you know I hated this. You know I hated this, and now you forced me to endure an entire zone of it. That's how it always felt. And I guess after however many years, like, those feelings have not gone away. I still feel that way. Apparently. There is a quest in Stormwind Castle that leads you to Hyjal by way of portal riding a green dragon. Right on, I'll have to check that out. I might eventually try a mage, because like my two characters that I'm planning to take into Cataclysm are going to be the mage and the paladin. And so like right now, like with what I've seen of the paladin, I would not want to DPS on this character in like a group setting. I'm not really digging like the rotation, and thinking about having to do the rotation for hundreds and hundreds of hours of content isn't really super appealing. So I might try out a mage like in Hyjal and just see, A, is Hyjal going to be more enjoyable than this, and B, is the mage going to be more enjoyable than the paladin? Because if the answers to those questions are both no, then I need to find that out. Let's see if we can find this. I'll see if it's there. So Stormwind Castle, there might be a quest that leads me to Hyjal by way of portal riding a green dragon. Let's go check it out. Let's jump on a mage and maybe we'll check it out for a bit. I don't know. Blood Moon, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. It's just a stream where I think all I've done, and the YouTube comments will reflect it, all I've done today I think is complain about Kata. I didn't start the day like intending for that to be the case. But yeah, by talking about the things that I'm feeling, like I think I've just been complaining a lot. I could just come in here and pick some options. I don't know what I'm waiting for. Waiting for the stars to align. Name is unavailable. To the Windows character map we go. Let's grab this weird character. Alright, so... personal summon, so like, ideally we don't do this, because I don't want to end up in the same place. So like, I'll check out and see if they have added a quest. Oh, what is this? Human Commoner has a quest. I don't know what this is. Talk to a spring collector in Goldshire. I have no idea. This probably has nothing to do with anything. This is like some kind of holiday event, I think. What about the command board? What kind of stuff is going to be on the command board? Here we go. Yeah. Mount Hyjal. Speak to Cenarian emissary Jade Moon to secure transport to Moonglade. Okay. Perfect. Okay, let's do that. Let's do a couple things. So for leveling, I don't know what I want to do. Maybe I should try Arcane. Maybe I should just go Fire. Oh, I don't want a permanent. Oh no. Is this permanent? Is the water elemental permanent? I don't want a permanent water elemental. I don't want a pet. Is Frost still gonna be like the best way to level? Is that what's gonna happen? Like if I don't level Frost, am I just gonna have like a shitty leveling experience? And then I'm gonna have to go Fire or Arcane at endgame. I wish you could see the talent trees. Okay, we can. Okay, thank God. Okay, good. I was gonna say not being able to see them sucks. Yeah, I don't know. What kind of spells do I have right off the bat? We got Arcane Blast, Arcane Missiles, Arcane Explosion. I don't know. What do you guys think for spec? They didn't start me with anything. Well, they started me with bandages. On the paladin, I had 2 entirely other sets of gear that gave me a tanking set and a healing set. But on this character, it's a lot more straightforward. We just got bandages. We got vanishing powder, so we can respec. Apparently, we can't put that on the bar, and then we have some food. Would have been nice for them to give us some water. Oh, this restores health and mana. Okay, that's why they didn't give us water. Makes sense. I have a feeling that this is not inside of the building, which is like that's weird. It's weird. I don't know where this is. Okay. No, this looks perfect. This is good.
I am honored.
Yeah, we got 24 slot bags. We got 5,000 gold. Okay, I think this is going well so far. Eventually I have to pick a spec and get some abilities out.
May the stars guide you.
Fly to Hyjal using Aranis and speak with the Ysera once you're there. Okay, that sounds good. Alright, well here's what I'm gonna do. I'm leveling a mage as fire right now in our recorded series. I'm going to spec fire. And that'll give me at least a way to compare like what my questing feels like at level 20 as fire, and then what my questing is gonna feel like at level 80 as fire.
Our forward outpost has been obliterated.
Oh no, not our forward outpost. Your spell criticals will refund 15% of their base mana cost. That sounds awesome. Burning Soul, reduce the cast time lost from taking damage. I don't... Yeah, that's okay.
Deathwing's presence nearby.
Let's go like that. Impact. Oh, hey there, buddy. Gives your damaging spells a 5% chance to reset the cooldown on Fire Blast and to cause the next Fire Blast you cast to stun the target. Okay, that seems alright.
The Fire Lord has risen.
Increase the damage of your fire spells by 1%, obviously. It gives Flame Orb a 100% chance to explode at the end of its duration. I don't know what Flame Orb is, but that sounds good. Ignite is typically good, but I don't know if we'll need it. Hot Streak, your spells no longer trigger arcane missiles. Instead, your critical strikes with Fireball, Frost Firebolt, Scorch, Pyroblast, and Fire Blast have a chance to cause your next Pyroblast spell within 15 seconds to be instant and cost no mana. Well, that sounds freaking amazing. Blast Wave is an instant ability that radiates out from the target location, damaging all enemies caught within the blast. Sure, let's grab it. Cauterize will be a 100% chance that an attack which would otherwise kill you instead brings you to 40% of your maximum HP, but you burn. Okay, that's okay. Improves Scorch, reduces the mana cost of Scorch by what? By 100%? I guess that's fine. Let's go back into, maybe we go into Ignite here. Improved Hot Streak. Anytime you score 2 non-periodic critical strikes in a row, 100% chance to trigger your Hot Streak effect. Okay, let's take that. Allows you to cast Scorch while moving. I think that's probably like essential. Combustion. Combines your damaging periodic fire effects on an enemy target but does not consume them. Instantly dealing fire damage and creating a new periodic effect. I don't even know. Sure, why not? Once the description gets to a paragraph, it usually loses me. It sounds like it might be okay. Reduces the cooldown of your Mage Ward spell by 1 second, and your Blazing Speed also removes any... Okay. I mean, that seems mediocre. Dragon's Breath, sure, why not? Molten Fury, sure, why not? Improved Flame Strike, I'll probably just go into Ignite for now. Your Living Bomb, Flame Orb spells deal more damage. Your Pyroblast and Scorch spells will have a 100% chance to cause your target to be vulnerable to spell damage. Let's take that. Increase spell haste by 5% if 3 or more targets are taking fire damage over time from your spells. And Living Bomb. Improved Flame Strike is good. Yeah, it probably would be good for like dungeons and stuff. Sure, I can see that. Is there anything else I'm gonna want? Gives you a chance to enter a clear casting state after any damage spell hits a target, reducing the mana cost. This seems good. Increases your haste, also just seems good. I'm gonna go with this for now. It's obviously not going to be perfect. I'm sure every single build on Wowhead will tell you to pick different talents. But I have to just get moving here. Alright. You're an AoE ability. I don't know if we're gonna use Frost Fireball. I have no freaking clue. Like, maybe. I don't know. I have no idea what we're gonna focus on doing. Nothing has really told me. So, yeah. A Pyroblast, we know that's gonna be a proc that goes off. It'll be instant cast. Dragon's Breath is an AoE. Living Bomb explodes. That's also kind of an AoE. Molten Armor, we probably just want that going all the time. Combustion is on a 2-minute cooldown. What else? Fire Blast. If I do Frost Firebolt, do I get the slow? Does it slow the enemy down? I don't really know how often I'll have to Scorch, or if there's like a benefit to Scorching. Frost Nova might be good just to have out. Ice Block would be good to have out. Flame Strike we can put out. Mirror Images. I doubt we'll use it, but Polymorph. Portals. I apparently can't put portals out. I don't really know why I can't put portals out. Teleport. I can't put either of these out on the bar, which is really weird. Spell Steal. And then Counter Spell. Blink? Yeah, Blink would be good. I don't have any buttons for it, but we'll just put it here, I guess. Okay, that's like some basic abilities to push. So yeah, it might not be perfect, but I think we'll start with this. I don't know if Frostfire Ball is the way to go, but we'll see. The effects of the Twilight's Hammer attack can be felt even here, this close to the World Tree. Slay 8 Scalding Rock Elementals. Feed Juniper Berries to the Fairy Dragons and slay 4 Twilight Insiders. Oh, okay. Cool. I love just all the bodies on the ground. I guess I'm probably not going to hardcast Pyroblast. I was kind of waiting to see if I would... Oh, a Hot Streak. There we go. So Hot Streak is what I'm looking for to know that I can tap my Pyroblast. Already, I can tell that if I am getting hit, I'm just going to get my ass beat. So, like, that's not great. Let's get my mirror images out. It's a good start. Yeah, I feel great about the start. It's been a great start. I'm not opening with Pyroblast. It's like a 4-second cast. Oh, it's a 3-second cast. That's not bad. It's not 4 seconds. Maybe I'll open with it. I don't know. What about, like, Arcane Intellect? Arcane Brilliance. Okay. What else am I missing? Probably lots of stuff.
How may I help? May the stars guide you.
Patrick, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. So we need to find Twilight Insiders. Haven't seen any yet. Apparently there were some right over here. But now they're dead. Oh, I see what's happening. Okay, so we feed the Fey dragons. Question mark, question mark, question mark, we get ambushed. Okay. Perfect. There we go. Yep. Okay, I used that a little bit too soon. That's not great. Alright, hey, that worked. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I didn't get credit for it because the NPC just decided to run up and one-shot it, but hey. We have to heal because we don't have any regen on our HP anymore. HP regen has been removed from the game entirely, so, you know, we'll have to eat more often. Thought I already did that once. Alright, that's all the berries. So now I need Fey dragons that ideally are not right by the guards. Mike, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream, buddy. I hope you guys are just listening while you're driving and not looking. Don't watch the stream and drive. You can listen, though. I appreciate you being here. Although today has been mainly listening to me complain about Cataclysm, so I don't actually know if there's like a lot of value in that for anybody. I'm jealous of people who can like be on their phones in cars or like read while a car's in motion. I get motion sick. Whenever I try to focus on something, if I'm like a passenger, I can't read, I can't really look at my phone very much. Like, I have to be looking out of the car, like, as if I were driving it, otherwise I get, like, motion sick. I found that out very young. I remember that we were going somewhere on, like, a family trip, and I had, like, my Game Boy Color. I was probably playing Pokemon Red or Blue at the time, and I was, like, super excited to have the long car ride, because I thought I'd be able to play a bunch of Pokemon, and it turned out I couldn't even look at the screen for more than a couple seconds before I started to get nauseous. Oh man, 2 deaths. Ooh, 2 deaths in a handful of minutes. I'm sure I'll get better. I'm sure I'll just get better. That's definitely what's gonna happen. It's Kata hardcore. Yeah, we should do Kata hardcore. Apparently it's hard. It's only hard if you have no idea what you're doing. Which is clearly like the position that I'm in. It's gonna be weird. Like whatever. Like I'm gonna level up a mage to max level and then Kata's gonna come out and then everything about my class is probably gonna change anyway. I don't know. I didn't heal up. I gotta heal up. Karen, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Kata seems harder than Wrath. It's just because you're watching an idiot play. Yeah. That's all. It's not that it's harder, I just don't have any clue what I'm doing. That being said, I don't know. It could be overtuned, you know, it's beta, so the tuning might not be right. Enemies might be hitting too hard. Who knows what's actually happening, but it's probably just me being inept. But I will say, like, when you get hit, this was true on the Paladin, it's going to be true on the Mage. Right now, when you get hit, you take a lot of damage. Like, they're not playing around. Like, you don't want to get hit. And then the shittiest part is that if you do ever get hit, you're never going to regen your HP. You are going to have to heal yourself every single fucking fight that you get hit. Because even if you've only lost a little bit of HP, that HP is never going to come back on its own. Because Spirit no longer regenerates your HP, only your MP. So yeah, that's been probably the most annoying thing that I've experienced so far. Is like, not only do you take a bunch more damage, which would be fine, you also have no natural regen between pulls to get any of it back. It's not good. It's not good. Be Sad Dog, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream, man. But yeah, I like it, you know, I'm probably not pushing all my buttons properly. I don't know, but you can't stand toe to toe with stuff. So like in that regard, like Frost Spec would probably be much better for leveling. Frost Spec is probably the way you have to go to level. It's probably going to help you keep things away from you a little bit more effectively. It's much more punishing when not pushing the right buttons. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I'm not really sure like what else I could do to be a little bit more effective, but maybe I'll figure it out. Maybe I don't have to stand near these guys. Maybe I can kind of like hang back while they spawn in. No. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. He ran up to me anyway. So either way, I still have to freeze him right off the bat.
Hail. May the eternal sun shine upon.
Does something look off about the lighting to you guys, or is the lighting here just kind of bland? Or is it just me? Oh, well, it's nighttime-ish? Yeah, the lighting here just seems really weird to me. Everything looks kind of flat. Like, all of the colors and the lighting, they all look just kind of flat to me. I'm not sure exactly what it is. You think I still have buffs like armor and arcane brilliance? I mean, I have molten armor. I should put that back on. That's cool. This increases my spell critical strike chance, reduces the chance that I will be critically hit. I probably have like mana armor or something like that. I have mana shield. That's gonna probably eat through a bunch of mana. Other than that, I have Mage Ward. This absorbs like fire, frost, or arcane damage specifically. So that's not going to help for like physical damage. Having evocation out, here's my problem right away. And this is a me problem. Most people have 2 hands and 20 fingers and a bunch of keybinds. Like I can't hit all these buttons. I don't have a spot. I don't have spots for all these buttons. That's the other thing. Mage armor. I think mage armor... Yeah, you can only have one of these up. This one is resistance to all schools of magic. Yeah, I think I probably want molten armor up. Yeah, like I'd love to have mana shield keybound somewhere. I don't have a good keybind for it. I could probably take spell steal off and move it to where I have spell steal. Evocation, I could probably just click this one when I need it.
The dream gives us shelter. The dream gives us hope.
There were certain mobs in the dungeons that you wanted. It was like, there was like 1 or 2 mobs I remember from doing heroics back in Cata where like spell stealing was a good idea. But yeah, it was like 1 or 2 mobs. Like had very specific abilities. But maybe, I don't know, maybe it wasn't Cata that I'm thinking about at all. Yeah, I have no idea. I am looking for something. Infiltrator's encampment burned. Okay, okay. There we go.
Ah, I've been expecting you. We shall meet again. Was Cataclysm the expansion where they started the trend where you basically had to take the road everywhere? So like wherever you were going towards a quest objective, you were just gonna follow the road? It all, like when you look at the map, it's like, it's so very like linear. There's not a lot of like off-the-road opportunities. And I feel like this is when they started to like over-level design their zone. So like the zone stops feeling like a big area in a world. And it starts feeling like a corridor that you quest along this corridor by the road. And it just seems like really like over-level designed and less like, you know, like an actual area in a world. I didn't train flying, and no, I didn't. No. Apparently, yeah, we could be flying. That would make it even less. The whole area would be even less meaningful. Like if I could just fly through it. Yeah.
May Elune grant us strength.
I mean, already, if I'm just following a road anyway, I might as well just fly over all of it.
Hail to the night.
Kill 4 Twilight Flame Callers and 10 Twilight Vanquishers. Okay. So let's see how we do in a scenario where we're not dealing with like constant ambush, where I can kind of pick where I want to engage. I wish like they weren't all already fighting. I would like to fight some that were not already engaging other people. I'd like to fight my own mobs, not a mob that an NPC is tanking for me.
Peace, friend. Farewell.
Obtain 8 bone staff fragments. If I head down here a ways, maybe I'll find guys that are not being engaged. No, it really feels like everywhere I look, they're already engaged. Like this guy's not engaged with it. He's waiting for someone to spawn in, so we. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. The music got really intense. I don't know why the camera's shaking like that. I'm assuming we got like a big guy running around near here or something. I really don't know.
Need assistance? Off and away.
May Elune grant us strength. Hail to the light. May Elune grant us strength. Hail to the night. May Elune grant us strength.
So, like, something about questing. And I thought this was just the underwater area because the underwater area was, I thought it was smaller than the other zones. But, like, a lot of what you're doing is you're running, like, you know, you're going to the quest giver. You're going 4 feet away from the quest giver, you're doing a couple quests. You're going back to the quest giver. they're going to give you a couple more quests. That you're going to run like 4 more feet back into the same area and you're going to do those quests. And it's like, you're never going to get sent very far from the quest giver unless you're going into a new like questing hub. And it just feels like it doesn't really feel fun. It doesn't really feel, I feel like it's like a step towards retail, but without having any of the good things about retail questing. Maybe Cataclysm was just the expansion where questing wasn't fun. I don't know. Apparently I got way too close to the flames. Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. Like every map, they have like these little pockets, these like mini areas. It reminds me of like Northshire Abbey or the Valley of Trials. You're in these like tiny little pockets. You do some stuff in the pocket. You run 5 feet back and forth, 5 feet back and forth, 5 feet back and forth, and then you go to the next little pocket, and then you rinse and repeat. Which that has the side effect of you like, it kind of like, it doesn't matter because like ultimately you're just trying to get through the leveling, like, but that's when it becomes apparent that like what you're doing is just trying to get through the leveling because you don't feel like you're going anywhere. You're not like on a journey. There's not really any adventure. Like, I don't know, it feels weird. it doesn't feel great, and it's done in like a super obvious way. It makes the areas feel really, really small. I guess that's the, like the big side effect. Is it makes the areas seem really small. We've been turned into a living bomb. That's our trick. How dare he? So yeah. I mean, it's fine because like ultimately it's 5 levels of leveling up. Probably not a big deal, but yeah, this is when like it feels like retail, but without having any like benefits of actually being retail. In fact, like if we're talking about like Dragonflight questing, especially if you're doing side quest as you go in Dragonflight questing is much better. As long as you're also doing side quests and you're not just doing the MSQ.
Hail to the night.
Well met. Winds be at
Yeah, see, we're still here. We're like, we haven't had to go do anything like anywhere else, and we're not going to go anywhere else until we're entirely done with this area. And then it's probably going to put us like over here. We're going to clear this, then it's going to put us down here. And that was the same kind of thing that it was doing in the underwater area. And I thought maybe just like the underwater area was a small zone. Well, it's like they're all kind of small, especially the way it kind of holds you in one area until you're done, holds you in the next area till you're done, etc. As opposed to like just sending you off through the zone to do different stuff. Like objectives that are like farther than 10 feet away from the quest giver would be okay. And then like everything is along the road, so like your best bet to get anywhere is simply just to follow the road. You can go off-road, like we're going off-road right now for like the first time. Like that one's a perfect example. It's like, go scout. Like, go scout. I don't need to go scout. It's 10 feet away. I can see the area from here. I can see it. We don't have to go scout. We're 10 feet away. We just can look. We can look over the hill and, oh, look, it looks good.
Farewell. May the stars guide you.
It kind of reminds me most of like Shadowlands questing. Like how all the Shadowlands zones felt like little like theme parks. Like you're going through like the Kyrian theme park or the Drakthir theme park. That's what this reminds me of. Maybe not all the zones will be like that. Maybe some of the other ones will be a bit more open. I don't know.
A shah fell out. Be careful.
These bandages, they don't do anything. Like they don't do anything. It's like pointless to give me these bandages and then they don't even heal. They don't even heal like a third of my HP. On a positive note, the class is fun. I can see that, like, if I learn a little bit more about the class, and I learn to play, the class seems fun. I obviously like the procs, like the instant cast Pyroblast feels really, really good. When you get like 2 of them back to back, or when Pyroblast triggers its own Pyroblast, like that feels really good. So the class, like already the class feels like it's more fun, more enjoyable than the Paladin. So that's a good thing. So yeah, I think my plan will be to main the mage, but also like seeing what the questing is like. My plan is also just to get the cap as soon as I can, and then ideally never worry about capping anybody else, unless somehow like questing gets a lot more enjoyable like later on, which we'll see, I guess. Okay, speak to somebody. I should have read this one. Speak to somebody somewhere at a place. Okay. Got it. All of the caves have this bug where they have this dense fog. We saw this in the underwater area also. And it is just some kind of graphical bug. Obviously, the cave is not supposed to look like this. We're supposed to be able to see, you know, like you would expect to be able to see, like back here, this is how it's supposed to look. It's supposed to look like this, right? Well, it doesn't. And we're assuming like it's beta, so like maybe this will get fixed before the game launches.
Hello. Good luck, friend. Be careful.
Now I have the fog and I have this green effect around the screen, which is also making it kind of a challenge to navigate. I guess I'll just stare at the mini-map and navigate that way. To the entrance of the Barrow Den, okay. Doesn't it feel like we're doing like a Northshire Valley type of thing? Northshire Abbey, like just like a small little area where they give us like 15 or 20 quests to do, and it's all like really condensed together. It feels like this is like my training experience with how to like do quests in WoW. And like above all else, you just gotta follow the road. And then, yeah, we're right back exactly where we started. We still have not progressed through the zone at all. We're just back.
The dreamer.
Welcome back.
We all
I fear for Lystra's fate. Vandrel's corruption ran deeper than anything I encountered in the nightmare. Yet, we can't afford to dwell on this. During my stay in the dream, I made a vital discovery. The rift that weakens the boundaries of this world has hastened the return of powerful allies. The ancient guardians are coming back. Sinaris, Aviana, Goldrin. I can feel their presence. We must make sure we usher them into this world. Their timely aid will be indispensable.
You think a lot of people will instance grind to cap? Yeah, I mean, it's possible depending on like what kind of experience buff we have. Like they said faster. Now at BlizzCon they said faster leveling, and at this point, like yeah, like please go ahead and give me faster leveling. Another disconnect! Hooray! The disconnects. Yeah, I want faster leveling. 80 to 85 at least. The rest of the game is fine with Joyous Journeys the way it is, I think. But like, yeah, like just give me faster leveling, 80 to 85. I can already tell that like, and it makes sense. Like the fun part of the expansion is going to be the endgame content. The fun part of the expansion is going to be doing heroics and heroic plus and heroic plus plus and heroic plus plus plus. The fun part of the expansion is going to be doing raids. But the leveling experience is just going to be something to get through. That's really what it seems like to me. At least that's how I'm going to approach it. Nothing like something about the flow of questing. It has not been like super enjoyable. I think it's just like, for me, that sense of running back and forth and back and forth and back and forth between like just like the same area, just boom, 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 boom. I feel like we're playing Pong, and I'm just bouncing back and forth in the same area for too long. And then we're gonna go bounce back and forth over here. Then we're gonna go bounce back and forth over here. Like, it doesn't, like, something about the way the zones look, they just look kind of flat and empty to me. They don't look like living, despite all the movement, despite all of the enemies like fighting each other and like shit happening. Nothing about it says like this is a lived-in area. Everything about it says this is a video game level where stuff is happening right now in this moment, and that's it. It's not like a living zone with inhabitants and like stuff going on. It's a gameplay level that you're just trying to ping pong your way through until you get out, and then you just keep going. And so, like, I don't think I'll instance grind a cap. Like, undoubtedly we'll do some questing, but I will always have myself in the queue for a random. Like, we will just always be in the queue for a random. We'll get as much XP as we can get by doing dungeons, and we will hit level cap. And we will do that one time, because unless something like really fundamental changes about like how the quests feel, or how the zones feel, or how the stories feel. Unless something is different later on that I just haven't really experienced yet with the underwater zone or so far with this zone, then I'm not going to be super interested in the leveling. Like, I'm just not... It's not super enjoyable. So yeah. But the mage is fun. I wish we can get into some dungeons now, like, and just check out the mage a little bit more, because I do think I'm going to like the fire mage a lot. What's my favorite expansion to quest in other than Classic? I feel like anything I guess up until Wrath had it going pretty good. Yeah, like BC was good, Wrath was good. I feel like Wrath had it pretty good. Like sometimes in Wrath you would go only like a little ways from the quest giver, but the difference between like a zone like this and like any zone in Northrend is that like the zones in Northrend were open, they were actually living zones. Look, there's not a billion little mountain ranges hemming you into small areas. A zone is simply a zone, and you do progress through it, but occasionally you will go out of your way to get to objectives. You'll have a longer journey back and forth. It's not like you're ping-ponging down here and then you ping-pong here. Like, the design of the zones is just like entirely different to like a place like this. Mountain range, mountain range, mountain. And we encountered the same thing in Vazir, where it just kind of kept pocketing us in these tiny little areas. And I thought that was just how that zone was, because it was a smaller zone. And now we're here, and this zone is making me feel the exact same way. Like I'm just kind of ricocheting around like a tiny little Northshire Abbey, until I can move on to the next little Northshire Abbey, and then rinse and repeat until you're level 85. So yeah, which is good to know. Like, at least now I know I have a better sense of like what to expect. I expect to be trying to hit 85 like as quick as I can, which is not going to be nearly as fast as some people do. But yeah. And then, like, the mage seems fun. Like, gameplay-wise, it seems like retail light, but it doesn't have, like, some of the good things about retail. That's really all I can say right now, I guess. I'm sure some of these opinions are not going to make some people very happy. So I probably shouldn't say, like, too much more before I experience more, or before I do, like, a little bit more thinking about what I actually want to say. Because yeah, I don't know. I guess, like I said, I'm excited to do the endgame stuff. I'm really excited to see like the heroics and the raids. But I can't imagine taking many characters to 85 unless the journey is really fast. Unless they do something to leveling where the journey like is really fast, that's really the only way I could see caring about having multiple characters if I have to quest them through this kind of content. Because it just seems like, it more than ever, it just seems like a barrier in your way to getting to max level, and it seems like less of an adventure, less of a journey, less discovery, less of it feeling like an actual living part of the world. But anyway, those are my thoughts. Everyone's probably going to feel a little bit differently. Did they do Pathfinder for flying at Cap? I don't know. Like, I see people flying now, I think. But I'm not really sure how they handle flying. I'm hoping that you can't fly, like, right at level 80. The zones are already so trivial, like... yeah, like, people are flying right now. Maybe that's just a beta thing. Or maybe they just let people fly at 80. I really can't remember how it was. I don't know. At this point, they might as well let me fly. Like, I'm not getting anything out of having to be on foot. Because it is such like a linear, like, follow the road, go down the road, go off the road to do the quest, then get back on the road to get to the next objective. It's like you're on a ride, basically. You're on a ride that takes you back and forth through the zone, you're popping off the road to do objectives, and you're back on the road again. Like, see the same thing here. We can probably cut across, but probably not. We probably just take the road all the way over here. And so if I could fly, like, I'd rather just fly at that point. Also, like, I find the environments, like, they feel... Like I said, despite all the movement, the actual environments just feel kind of flat to me. I don't know if it's like a lighting thing, or if it's just the aesthetic of these zones in particular that we've seen. They just feel kind of flat. That's the only way I can explain it. So yeah, I'd rather just fly to where I have to go. All of that being said, guys, I am out of time for today. So I am actually going to leave things right here. And tomorrow we'll be doing something different. We'll probably be doing something different tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to play much more of the beta. I would like to do raid testing. So whenever they start doing like raid testing, maybe if they turn on LFG, maybe I'll jump back into the beta if we can do dungeons. I'd like to check out the dungeons. And I'd like to do raid testing whenever they open that up. But besides that, I think I've learned like everything I need to know about what questing and leveling is going to be like in the expansion. Which is that for me, it's going to be something that I get through. We're going to hit cap and we're going to focus on the endgame stuff. And yeah, that's it. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. Especially since I feel like I haven't had a lot of positive things to say. I know for some people it's rough to listen to me just kind of complain about the game, but... You know, it's my venue. I like to air my thoughts here. I also like to hear your guys' thoughts. You know, and if I don't voice my opinion, then I don't get to hear anybody else's. So, take care, guys. We'll be back tomorrow doing something different. As always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will see you back in Azeroth very soon.